Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Blues. Before we get into this morning's episode, could you do me a massive favour? Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. I probably will come back to saying that because we're up to 960 subscribers and just 40 off 1,000. Listen, get your comments in the comment section below. You know, some really devastating news, really, to be honest. I'm just going to quickly share my screen with you. Give me 1 second. This morning, you know, it's the passing of. I could not. I can't get my breath at this. Matija Sarkic. We're going to read the Blues one out. Everyone at Birmingham City is shocked and saddened to learn of the news that former goalkeeper Matija Sarkic has passed away at the age of 26. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends and those who knew him at time. And you know, you know, I couldn't put it better. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends at this time. You know, 26 years old, man. What an age to go. You know, apparently he was only playing the other day for, I think it was Montenegro. Just shocking news. And another this. I just checked the age of Kevin Campbell, 54, man. Who remembers Kevin Campbell? He's passed away as well this morning. His soul. This is from his soul will be at peace. Thoughts and prayers with the family and friends of Kevin Campbell, a lovely man and an Everton great, loved by everyone. So really, get your comments in the comment section. But you know, really, a sad way to start the show off. But thoughts and prayers out to the family, man. Listen. Right, let's jump into some Blues news. We're going to talk about the kit reveal. I did do a video on it last time. And it was quite a positive response, if I'm being honest. You know, I thought it'd be a mixed response. Like I said, kits don't really bother me, but I did like it. Now it's been a couple of days. Let me know how you're still feeling about the kit. I will jump into your comments. We're going to talk about the Dion Sanderson apology. We're going to talk about Christian Bielik and potentially staying at the club in League One. Let me know what you think about the renovations around the ground. And we're going to talk a little bit about transfer news as well. So please, guys, get your comments in the comment section, and I will get to them and I'll read them out. Just let me share my screen. Really slow this internet this morning, man. So yeah, okay. Look. This is. I didn't even clock this bit. This KRO on the back. So it's actually on the back. It's not actually inside. So it's actually on the back. I wonder if that's woven. Anyone who's got the kit, I wonder if that's woven or whether it's that kind of. I remember one season we had the badge, didn't we? In kind of like I don't know. Name. It's like a stamp kind of thing, isn't it? So it's a hashtag kit KRO. That'd be really nice if that was woven, but it looks like it's a stamp. The badge is really, really nice and clean. You know, it's sewn in, which I think it was last season, and I think the sponsor looks a lot better as well on this shirt. And I do like the white horizontal bit, to be honest. Right, let's get into Dion Sanderson, man. Let me get your views on about Dion Sanderson. Do you think he's worth another go? Do you know what I mean? Do you think he's worth, like, for me, you know, everyone makes mistakes in life, you know. Look, he's a young kid, man. How old is he? What, 23, 24 years old? I mean, I was out of control at that age. Do you know what I mean? And I know he's a professional footballer and you've got to uphold standards and that, but they're still young kids. Do you know what I mean? The only thing I worry about is I don't worry about it, but my concerns are whether he'll fit into Chris Davies' style of play. Do you know what I mean? But we'll read what he said anyway. This come out, I think it was yesterday or the day before. So he said it on Instagram. So he's saying, hello, Blue Noses. I haven't been on social media for some time. I felt it was important for me to take a step back and reflect on the past few months. it's been tough to deal with as a player, a captain, and as a person. Now, remember that how well liked this guy was a couple of seasons ago when he was on loan and when we signed him. So he goes on to say, I want to apologise for all the mistakes I've made both on and off the pitch. And I think that's important as well, that he's apologising for the mistakes he's made on the pitch as well. Do you know what I mean? In his defence, like, I don't think he should have been given the captaincy armband anyway. You know, massive pressure. Like I say, he's only a young kid. He's saying Birmingham City is my home. It's a privilege to represent this football club and feel the love and support from the fans. From the moment I arrived at this stadium to the minute I step on the pitch. And like I just said, you know, he was adored, man. Do you know what I mean? I bet this probably has knocked him about a bit. Because I know he doesn't get on with Wolves fans anymore, does he? Because he come from Wolves. So I bet he's in the right dilemma. Like, he come from Wolves and kind of turn his back on them. And now loads of people hounding him at Blues. So he goes on to say, I'm eager for the season to start and I'm looking forward to getting back to work with much more focus, hard work and resilience. I have no doubt that we'll overcome this setback together and get the club moving back in the right direction. So it looks like he's going to be here for next season. Let me know in the comments what you think of Dion Sanderson. And then he goes on to say, I hope to see you all very soon. And most importantly, thank you. Your support has been incredible. Okay. Let me stop sharing that. Let me know. I'm going to jump into some comments, actually. Okay, yeah, definitely. Cameron, man, rest in peace, Matthias Sarkic, man. He got player of the season, didn't he, Cameron, for us? I'm sure it was the season he was on loan to us. He got player of the season. All right, lads, sad morning. Yeah, man, can't believe it. I mean, both of them were shocking, but the Matthias Sarkic one, I was just like, oh my God. You know, and it just... It puts a spin on life in general, I think. You know, sometimes we take just waking up in the morning for you know, we've got no well, I can only talk about myself, like lack of gratitude in just waking up in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Wake up in the morning, sometimes I do, and I'm like, oh, another day of this. Do you know what I mean? And look at that, man, 26 years of age, man. Yeah, damn shame, Toby saying, yeah. Rest in peace, Kevin Campbell. Rest in peace. Chrissy saying, rest in everlasting peace. Kevin Campbell and Matthias Sarkic, both good guys. Yeah, they are, mate. Yeah. Ems is saying, so we're going to get on to Sanderson now. Yeah, Sanderson's worth playing. Sometimes you have to develop players for them to get better. Yeah, I think so, Ems, because like at the end of the season, I was saying, I think it's worth keeping Sanderson, and I think he'll thrive in League One. I just think he needs a really good coach to get into him, to improve his composure on the ball and his passing. And I don't think that's hard to do. I think if he's coached, if we've got a good coach like Chris Davies, and he brings his own staff in, I think Dion Sanderson, he's got everything else apart from composure. And his passing ability, and that can be improved, especially if he's got someone who's definitely better with the ball at his feet in terms of playing it out from the back. Because I think we're going to see a lot of that next season. It's going to be a whole new squad, isn't it? Ems is saying, and so we don't make him a loss on it. Yeah. This is Tony from Wales, man. You're right, Tony. How are you, mate? Really good to hear off you, man. Fair play to Sanderson. At least he is owed to his faults and wrongs. Anyone who does that deserves another chance. Come off the man. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think he does deserve a chance, and he will be here at the start of next season. And I'm sure Chris Davies will assess where he's at mentally, physically, and how good he is in and around the squad, and then make a decision on him. So, you know, expect to see him playing in pre-season friendlies anyway. But yeah, good to hear off your tone, man. Ems is saying friendly line. Yeah, man. Friendly lineup is good. Very pleased with what we are doing so far. Can't wait to see who we bring in next. Yeah, do you know what? Like, I think definitely this season we are a lot more prepared. I remember last season, I remember saying to my pal, he might be watching, Paul, about last season. We were so unprepared. You know, the pre-season, the kit come out late. The pre-seasons were late. I think there wasn't as many as of them. So we look really organised this season. Kit's out, pre-season friendlies are out. Now we just need the players. The Blues 1875 saying, I hope we sign 2 better centre-backs for next season. I don't think Sanderson is good enough for Davies' place. So, yeah, he's too slow and laboured on the ball. Yeah, I've just pretty much what I've just said, mate. Whether he can be improved with a good coach is you know, we'll have to see. I think it's worth giving him the pre-season, though, Sanderson, definitely. But, yeah, we definitely need centre-backs, mate. James is saying Chris Davies' interviews have been very interesting on how level-headed he is. What are your thoughts on his points? Listen, mate, I'm over the moon with the appointment. His interview, like you've said, James, his interviews, he comes across so level-headed and intelligent. Do you know what I mean? I can't wait. I can't wait. Really looking forward to more interviews with him and finding a little bit more out about him. In fact, someone done a piece on him. Another analyst done a piece on Chris Davies and kind of how he will settle into Blues and the kind of playing style and philosophy and the players he will look to buy. I did bookmark it, but for some reason he hasn't saved. But it was a really interesting piece. It was really long, to be honest, and I couldn't read it out on a video anyway. But it was interesting. If anyone knows of that one, just send me the link, because I got halfway through reading it yesterday because it was so long, and then I couldn't carry on. But yeah, Chris Davies comes across excellently, mate. Cameron signs fought on Bielik, Stain, and the Bielik community. Yeah, we're going to get into that, Cameron, about Bielik. You know, when I done my kit reveal thingy, and it was interesting actually on one of them clips, the Chris Davies thing. Just going back to James's one about his interviews. Did anyone clock when he's walked into? I think it was the training ground, and Bielik was there. Like, Bielik shook his hand. I was like, what the hell's Bielik doing in the training ground? Do you know what I mean? I thought he'd be out on holiday or trying to force a move away or something. And there was a lot of people in the comments saying, Bielik's staying. Other than that kind of clip I seen, I didn't really know. But yeah, we're going to have a look at Bielik and Bielik. There's a guy, Bielik's classmate, if we can get him in. And also as well, let me know where you prefer. But if Bielik does stay, would you prefer him at centre back or as a midfielder? You know, like a kind of DM role, sitting in front of the back four. Cameron coming in as well. Yeah. You're right, Lee. Yeah, morning, mate. Back into off shops for cigs. Hope you're good. You just come back from the shop, mate. Yeah, you got your ciggies. Got your ciggies in for the daily. Right. Blues 1875 saying the kick has grew on me a lot too. Yeah, man. And I think that's the case with most kits, to be fair. Blues 1875. They do grow on you. Right. We're gonna have get in the comments, lads. We're going to share. Right, I'm going to have a look at this. We've read the Dion Sanderson thing, haven't we? Right, what else is this is a nice little. We'll go through this. This is only a little one, lads. So he's going on about it's a little video. I don't want to be successful with bad people. I want to be successful with the right characters. And what we'll do.
I don't want to be successful with bad people. I want to be successful with the right characters.
1 second. Sorry, lads. Okay. Let's just listen to you. He comes across really well. This is Dal Moon walking around the training ground with him.
I don't want to be successful with bad people. I want to be successful with the right characters, that people that are aligned in terms of the respect that they show others and the way they behave. So that's really important. And if you want to be a successful team, and you're going to need that anyway. So for me, yes, there's the football side, but one of the first things I'll ask whenever I'm looking at a player is I will speak for character references to people I know that work with them, because we've all seen wonderful footballers that are very difficult to manage and they just don't fit kind of culture that I'm going to create here. So there'll be none of that. The people that come are going to be committed. They're going to want to be here, and they're going to be very good footballers as well. I don't want to be.
Did he come across well, man? And it's interesting saying he will be doing character references on the players. It's no good, like he said, it's no good signing an outstanding player if he's an arsehole in the dressing rooms. Do you know what I mean? Or he's a nose, and you need the right type of players. Lucas Djukovic, man, this is splitting opinions as well about the contracts. People want rid. We've offered John Ruddy and Lucas Djukovic contracts. I don't think John Ruddy is going to take it after watching that video on Ben Foster's podcast. That's just my own personal opinion. That might be just the way he is, but it doesn't come across as a man that's staying at a club. The interview, it's a really good interview. I haven't seen it. It's on the Fozcast. He talks about last season and how the mentality of the players not being in not realising that we're in relegation battle, which is baffling. Just to hear how them words come out of our kind of captain. He was captain towards the end of the season, weren't he? So he's been offered. I'm not even going to open this article because it just goes on to say that he's been offered a contract. That's from Brian Dick. So now let's talk about Bielik, man. Get in the comments about Bielik. Would you prefer it if he was to stay, which he's looking like it? So this is the guy who broke it. Blues Focus has just regurgitated it. Really, it's this guy here who's got over 171,000 followers. He's actually followed by Fabrizio Romano. So this is no kind of nonsense leak. He's a Polish reporter, basically. He's saying that reports that Bielik will stay to help BCFC return to the Championship. And it kind of ties in with him being seen at the training ground, being seen in the kit, and now he's reportedly staying. So people, what was in the comments saying, I think Bielik will stay, look like they're going to be right. Do you know what I mean? So let me know your thoughts on that. Could we potentially build a team around him? I mean, I'd like to see him. I don't know whether he's best at the back or. Do you remember when we had him on loan from Arsenal and he played at the back then and he was really good. I don't know whether he'd look to play him in a back four or kind of as a DM or as a centre midfielder. I'm not sure, but listen, I think it's really good that I think it shows ambition that we can keep the likes of Christian Bielik in League One. Just quickly on the season ticket sales as well, man. So BCFC has said almost 4,000 season tickets on the first day of sales. The club says that's 52% of sales were from. Sorry, the club says 52% of the sales were from people who weren't season ticket holders last season. That is massive, mate. And on the video, I showed a little video of the queues outside the club shop to get season tickets and to buy the new top. Do you know what I mean? I haven't seen queues down the Blues for years. I'm going to be honest, I haven't, mate. It seems that everyone is buzzing about this. Now, this Michael Bielik, if we do sign him, lads, we'll do a player profile on Michael Bielik. I know he was at Barnsley. If it's something I'm thinking of, I've only just bookmarked it. It's something I'm thinking of. He's class. I think he's a centre back. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, it does say Barnsley. He played for Barnsley. He's a centre back. I'm sure he is. But if we do sign him, I will do and it's coming from the same reporter as reported on Christian Bielik. So this could have legs. So he goes on to say reports on Michael Bielik. Yeah, so Barnsley FC and Birmingham City are interested in Michael Bielik. Barnsley had him on loan, I think. I think that's where I've got that from. And this is again another Polish reporter just going on about Bielik. I mean, it's all foreign. It's all foreign, so I can't translate that. Getting the comment. Yeah, let's just quickly go to some comments, man. 1 second, guys. Ems are saying, there's quite a few comments, man. Nice one, lads. Right, Paul saying, you're right, Paul. Yeah, morning. I'll see you in a bit, mate. I'll be around in a bit. Dion should never have been captain. Yeah. He needs to have a good season. Dazzler, who lives in Yamland, says he's always in a certain pub near him, pissed up. Yeah. Our mate, me, Paul, and Daz go to the Blues together, and mate Daz lives in Warsaw. So he's saying he's always in a certain pub near him, pissed up. He just needs to chill out with it a bit. Yeah, mate, and Daz used to tell us, didn't he? He was always in the pub pissed off. I just hope, Paul, that he's had time to reflect on what he's done and comes back a better person. Because we've all made mistakes in our lives, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? And maybe the praise he was getting, it was just a little bit too much for his head, man. He got a massive ego and just thought he was Cristiano Ronaldo or something. Do you know what I mean? On them kind of levels. Maybe Em's saying maybe Bielik has integrity. I'd like to see him lead us to promotion. Yeah, I think so, mate. I mean, he's an international. He seems a decent guy, doesn't he? He can play a bit. I think in League One, he's strong. He's physical. I think he can do bits in League One, mate. I really do. I just don't know about his position, but maybe Chris Davies said, "I want to build a team around you." Do you know what I mean? James Robinson saying 100% agree with your points. I like Bielik in centre-back rather than in the middle. He looks a lot more composed and shows his quality. Was a better centre-half than Sanderson. Yeah, he was a better centre-half than Sanderson last season, mate. Yeah, and he's composed. The only thing I worry about Bielik as centre-back is he sometimes gets... He sometimes gets I think you said it there. Gets a bit laboured, or someone said it. He can get the ball stuck under his feet, or be a little bit slow in releasing the ball. But like I say, a good coach will iron these sort of things out. But definitely we can build a team around it. So you prefer him as centre back? It depends on who we get in, don't it? Do you know what I mean? We might get 2 or 3 new centre backs in, and you might be pushed into midfield, but I'm sure throughout these pre-season friendlies, he's going to have a good look at Bielik and see where he can play him. But yeah, Enzo saying who's Healy? I'm sure, mate. Without getting his stats up and that, I'm sure he's a centre back. He was on loan at Barnsley a couple of seasons ago. The Barnsley fans really rate him. Just quickly as well, talking about centre backs, we are linked to Dan Scar. Who remembers Dan Scar? Centre back. I was talking to my pal this morning about Dan Scar. 29 years old. He's meant to be really good on the ball, strong, physical. He was good at Blues. He's a proper. I think he's got family in Birmingham. We'll open an article up about him. Actually, I'd like to see him. I know he's 29, but I think for a centre back, that is a perfect age. You're not too over the hill. And you've also got experience. Paul saying, rest in peace, love to all. Paul Alston's up the Blues. Win the league. Yes, up the Blues. Yeah. Mate, I just want top 2, I do, mate. You're right, Tony saying, I think Chris Davies and the US are waiting on squad players who themselves are waiting upon offers they may receive. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think the transfer window opened yesterday, didn't it? And it is a little bit like dominoes. Sometimes one player has to move for another player to come in. I mean, I'm going on about the whole transfer system now, but it's nice that we've got it in early. We've got the manager in early. We've got our pre-seasons in early. We've got the kit out early. If you remember last season, because of change of ownership, all this stuff was all delayed and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Even though we got off to a good start, but this has definitely got Ipswich vibes about it. Paul, I tell you, this time last season, I was saying Ipswich have got this on point in terms of their pre-season, the amount of pre-season games they went in some competition abroad, like a pre-season friendly competition. Honest to God, they played about 6 or 7 games in this competition, then come back and played another 5 games. They were so fit, and this is why they got the top 2. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, not top. Yeah, top 2, didn't they? Yeah. You know, and it's really good to see, like I just mentioned, about how many pre-seasons we've got, pre-season friendlies. Paul saying midfield for Bielik, he does both really well. Yeah. I mean, it's good just to have a player what can play at the back and can play in midfield as well, isn't it, Paul? Cameron saying, hopefully we can start signing new quality players now the summer transfer window is open. Yeah, mate, like it opened a couple of days ago, didn't it? So, you know, expect to be like a lot of signings and to be linked. And, you know, I will be doing more content. I'll be doing a lot more live videos. And just quickly, while over 50 people are watching, if you can do me a massive favour, lads, and just hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed, do me a massive favour and hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the start of the season. We're on 960. If we can get to 1,000 before we kick the season off, that would be great. You know, it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for it. So, and Blues 1875 saying plays for Huddersfield, mate. That's it. Yeah. He was at Huddersfield last season, weren't he? If I'm not, and Barnsley are in for him. But didn't he play for Barnsley anyway? Blues 1875. I'm sure he spent a season at Barnsley. But that was it. Yeah, Huddersfield. I mean, if we do sign him, I'll probably do a player profile on him, a complete video on him, and that will go for any player we sign. You know, I've done it last season. Bielik sent Blues. You're right, mate. Yeah, Blue. Somebody saying Bielik centre back or midfield is quality. He's quality. Glad he's staying. Yeah. I'm really pleased he's staying, mate. I thought he'd be the first one off, if I'm being honest. But it's nice to see he's staying. What's everyone think about? I know this splits opinion. I don't know where. I know you weren't tracking back. Dembele. What's everyone thinking about Dembele? Would you like to see it? I think he'd rip it up, mate, in League One. I'd like to see him stay. You know, obviously if he wants to stay, but if he wants to stay, I think he'd tear that League One apart, mate. Blues, I mean, so proper centre back, Polish international. Him and Bielik at the back could be the best ever League One partnership. Yeah, so you're saying, yeah, like I said, he's a centre back in him, mate. Yeah, so you said, do you know what? I wonder if the link has come from that kind of makes sense. That does, doesn't it? I wonder if Bielik has gone to Gardner or Chris Davies. Listen, I want your man next to me as 2 centre backs. I'm going to do a little bit more research on this Bielik and Bielik as centre backs, man. That's class. Dr. Frost saying, keep right on from Australia. Yeah, really good to have you on, Dr. Frost. Got fans down under as well, man. M's a king. Scars are blue nose too. Yeah, he's from Redditch, I believe. Yeah. He's from Birmingham, isn't he, mate? Yeah, Redditch. Well, just outside Birmingham, but he's got family in Birmingham, so it kind of makes sense. This story does, and Plymouth Argyle fans are saying that, you know, they're really gutted if he goes. Do you know what I mean? He got dropped under, I think it was Ian Foster when Plymouth had Ian Foster come in as manager for about 8 weeks. He got dropped, but he started the whole of the season and ended on the last 6 games, and he was pivotal for him staying up. Lee saying, big up, Nick, you good? Big up, Nick, you good? Yeah, I'm all right, Lee. I'm not too bad, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Just quickly on, while everyone's watching, on the Boy in Blue on Tuesday night at 8 p.m, Jay's doing a phone-in, and it's kind of like a mental health kind of check-in. And I will probably be telling my story I'll probably open up about some of the things I've gone through in my life and my challenges and stuff like that. So that would be really interesting. So it'd be good to have somebody jump over there. I think it's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday. He's done one before, Jay has. He's done a 12-hour live thing, I think, for mental health. You know, I think mental health is really important these days, man, especially with, you know, like the likes of social media and just having devices like banging straight. I've noticed myself lately, all right, there's always a device or I'm always looking at something. I'm walking around with like, you know, we're not even seeing what's going on. We're all on devices. So I think it's really important, mental health these days, man. So that's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday on the Boy in Blue, me and Joe. And it is a phone in as well, so you can ring in. Lee saying Ronaldo coming to play before he retires. He's still playing for. I watched him the other night, Lee, against in a pre-season an international friendly. Republic of Ireland played Portugal, and he was class, mate. Like he takes his nutrition and his food, his lifestyle that he can continue at his age. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure he'll do well in these Euros. Just quickly talking about the Euros, I'd reckon England are going to get on. So I mean, I watched Germany, Scotland last night, mate. Germany. I mean, I know Scotland ain't the best, but Germany were just absolutely quality. It reminded me, and it was like watching Man City. It's like watching Man City versus, I don't know, Luton or something last season. Absolute class, Germany were. I was a bit thinking about Germany as well, but after watching them last night, I think they'll go far, man. So Ems is saying, Dr. Frost, Aussie Blues, yeah. Do you know Stan Lazaridis? Yeah, Stan Lazaridis was from Australia, weren't he? Oh, he was class, when he Stan Lazaridis, left winger. Yeah, man, he was class, he was. Yes, Rich, you're right, mate, morning. Sanderson and Bielik central partnership, that's very strong for League One. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think them two would be fine, Sanderson and Bielik. I think Sanderson, I mean, we're definitely going to be getting centre-backs in. We just talked about Bielik. I think Sanderson's got to prove himself. He's got to prove his composure. He's got to improve his passing. You know, defensively strong. He can put a tackle in. You know what I mean? He's not shy of a tackle and stuff like that. But he needs to improve his composure, mate, and his ball playing skills. You know, especially if we're going to play like how Ipswich play, because I'm sure these owners are basing everything on this Ipswich model. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way they bounce out of League One, Championship, Premier League, they're copying the Ipswich model, mate. And why not copy something what we want to do? Do you know what I mean? So Lee's saying, "Come on, England tomorrow." Yeah. You obviously watching the game, Lee. I was speaking to some pal actually. Like, there hasn't been much build up to these Euros, has there? I don't know if it's just me, but up until watching the Germany Scotland game, like there ain't been much build up to it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's just good to have football on, isn't it? Good player like him, Lee saying. Laird and Buchanan staying as well means we will be unbelievable, very exciting, Richie saying. Listen, mate, like I think Buchanan would absolutely rip League One up. He'll be class as left back, mate. He'll be the left. I mean, we were saying he's the best left back in the Championship, but if he stays, and Laird as well, I'm like. This time last year, I was raving about Laird, but it done me heading towards the end of the season. Richie did that Laird, especially in his interviews as well, and his little smirking, and it goes back to that Ruddy thingy, the Ruddy interview. Do you know what I mean? The Ruddy podcast, sorry, saying about players didn't realise I was in a relegation situation. I think Laird was a little bit guilty of that last season, but there's no denying his skills and his quality. So yeah, I'll keep both of them, mate. And I mean Buchanan left back, mate, and Laird bombing on forward. I think, yeah, man, it's exciting, isn't it? Especially League One. Come and saying, I think Dembele would be quality. Yeah, man, that's what. Yeah, 100%, mate. Like as much as people say, He gets loads to stick, doesn't he, Dembele? He gets absolutely pelters, mate. I don't know what for, because okay, he didn't. I mean, he was all right under Eustace, weren't he? I think everyone's like this thing of tracking back and all that, but that can be worked on, surely, man. But yeah, League One, he'll rip it up. Cameron, man. Great content, Nick. Thanks, Rich. Streaming game saying, I think he has potential to score bags of goal. I think you're going about Dembele here, SM Gaming. To score bags of goals, he just has to do the work. Yeah, man. New gaffer will not tolerate his lack of defensive mentality. That's what I'm saying. So a new gaffer's coming in. It's a completely fresh start. I think we need to give Dembele a bit of slack. I do, mate. Honest to God, and just because we need one or two tricky players. You know, Dembele, Miyoshi. If them two stay, I mean, what's everyone think about Beiek Sungo as well? He was in a kit thingy. I think he's going to stay. I mean, I thought he'd be off. I did, and I thought Miyoshi would be off. But if we can keep hold of them players, you know, and add a load of good players. Ah, mate. Yeah, Tony's saying Cody Drama is on a free at the moment. And although he's had an offer from Leeds, yeah, he has had an offer from Leeds, mate. Yeah, I was watching someone else's podcast the other day. He hasn't accepted it yet. Okay. Cody Drama, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, again, another right back, which would absolutely thrive in League One in my eyes. If he's turning it down, I wonder if he thinks he's championship. Well, he's championship material anytime. I wonder if he's holding out for a championship club to come through. Richie's saying, honestly, believe we only need about 7 or 8 players to complement what we currently have. Scar wants to come home. Yeah. I know what you're saying. 7 or 8 to complement. As an 11, you mean, Rich? I think we need more than 7 or 8 as a squad. Definitely. But I understand what you're saying. 7 or 8 to add to what we've got, who are first teamers. Yeah, definitely, mate. Cameron saying, just keep Miyoshi and Beiek and maybe, man. Maybe Bakun if we can do, mate. I don't like Bakun. Listen, mate, this is my own opinion. I would offload Bakun. I didn't like him in the Championship. He just turns up when he wants to turn up. I think we need to get rid of that mentality of this that kind of mentality what Bakun has got, like thinking he's better than. I think players like that need to go. Get as much money as we can for him. I would imagine 5, 6, pushing 7 million for Bakuna, and get rid of them egos out the squad, man. I think it's really important to get rid of Bakuna. I do, Cameron. You know, yeah, man. Yeah, but definitely keep Miyoshi though. Like I said, Miyoshi and Dembele. Lisa, I know. I'd be listening, mate. It's good to talk. Yeah. You're going about the phoning. Yeah. It'd be good to hear you, Lee, man. Which say no matter what, we need 2 prolific strikers, not 1, 2. Yeah, not messing about. Yeah. 100%, Rich. We need we need strikers. I mean, we need a whole new, not a whole new, but we need a load of players. And Tony saying Freaky Dembele should stay with us. He's flexible across the entire front 6 positions. So is Keisha Anderson, by the way. Yeah, man. Keisha Anderson as well is another one. What for me, it will absolutely rip it up, mate, in League One. Keisha Anderson. It's just keeping him fit in it. Do you know what I mean? So keep him fit. You know, especially on that left as well. You know, running at defenders is so strong. If you can, lads, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that malarkey while we're watching. Richie's saying, never write off the Germans. Never write off the Germans. Yeah. People have been writing them off, mate. I think they just proved last night that they are class. Sanderson came out last night and apologised for an on and off the pitch. He said he's staying. Yeah, I've seen it, Rich. I've just read it out, mate. If you joined a little bit late, I read his apology out, and I'm of the opinion that listen, mate, everyone deserves second chances. Maybe he's just he got to him a little bit more. All this hype, when we hyped him up, when we signed him, everyone was very much. We made him like a messiah. If you read at Twitter, he was like he was a messiah. Maybe it just got to his head. He's a young kid. Do you know what I mean? Everyone makes mistakes, mate. Just learn from them. Do you know what I mean? I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, mate. I just have to learn from them. I'm sure everyone else has as well. So I think it's definitely worth giving a pre-season to. Saint Lorenzo saying, any truth in the rumour that I was going to get to Alex Pritchard. Yeah, we'll look at an article in a minute about Alex Pritchard wanting out, because he was a player I think who'd do really well in League One as well. It's just whether he thinks he's a championship player. Richie's saying, thanks all the fans for the amazing support. Let's get behind Sanderson. He's a good player when he's on it. Yeah, mate, definitely he is. Ems is saying, Germany with class. Hope England look half as good. Yeah. Bellingham smash the Euros. Yeah, man. I just worry about the back line. I do, Ems. I like whether. I mean, if Stones is up and running and fit, and maybe he could play. I don't know. Kyle Walker on the right back, Trippier on the left, and Mark. Maybe would you play Mark Gayu with Stones? That's the only bit I worry about. I think then you're looking at Declan Rice and Trent Alexander-Arnold as a double pivot, and then maybe Foden, Bellingham. You know, Kane up front and Saka on the right, maybe something like that. But I don't know. I don't feel as confident as other tournaments, if that makes sense. Blue somebody's saying he's looking forward to the mental health stream on Tuesday with the boy in blue. Really important to speak about this issue, which affects 7 out of 10 people. Yeah, man, 7 out of 10 people. I would kind of argue that it affects pretty much all of us at some point. You know, in our lives or from day to day. Do you know what I mean? I know it does with me anyway. Ems is saying, I'll read Pritchard as asked for. Yeah, we're going to look at an article about that, Ems, man. Just saying, dead set, great to hear from you, mate. Keeping me in the loop. How far off are you getting? Money time. I'm not doing it. Thanks, Dr. Frost. I'm not really doing it for the money, mate. If you get to 1,000 subscribers, you do start seeing money, but it's not. This is not really why I do it. I do it to interact with you guys. Do you know what I mean? But it would be nice to get to 1,000 subscribers. You know, I've been doing it nearly 12 months now, and plus my renewal is up for StreamYard, which costs about £250 for 12 months. So. You know, just hitting a subscribe bell and just, you know, just helps the channel. But nice one, mate. Thank you, man. Tony saying, Laird played right back 20 times. We know got, no, mate. I just think, I don't know, Tony. I just reckon he's worth keeping around. Let's see how he gets it. I know he's a little bit injury prone as well, innit? I'll just keep him for now. Do you know what I mean? And I think Chris Davies will. He'll keep a lot of these players, right, and assess them in the pre-season and what kind of characters there are, etc., and then either move them on or keep them. Do you know what I mean? I think it's a little bit too early to start offloading people when they're still not back in the building, if that makes sense. And I think that's what Chris will do. I'd have Drama back for sure, 100%, mate. One of the better players from last season. Yeah, I'd have him back at a drop of a hat, mate. Drama. Richie saying up, gutted, I've got to log off, buddy. Heading out with the family. Have a good weekend. I'll be listening Tuesday. More needs to be done for mental health, especially for us men, as we We never talk enough. Yeah, nice one, Rich. Have a great day, mate. Have a good day with the family and a good weekend. Yeah, and I'll speak to you on Tuesday. And I totally agree, mate. If, you know, especially with men, we don't like talk about. Luckily, I've got like support groups where I go to when I need to, and I can kind of open up about stuff what's going on. But definitely mental health, man. Em's the same. Bakuna can go. I agree. I won't get that. Won't get that much for him. I think we could get 5. Yeah, I don't know actually. Thinking about it, I said 5, 6, 7 million. I don't know, mate. Maybe, yeah, that might be a bit too high. Maybe 3.5, 4 million. I think we could push 4 million for him. You know, with maybe a couple of add-ons. He's just too lazy for me and inconsistent, mate. Damien saying Bakuna's goals and assists were great numbers last year in the Championship, would tear it up in League One. Oh, no doubt he would. No doubt he would. But it's not only the reasons why I wouldn't have Bakuna, Damien, is because like I said, he just turns up when he wants to, and I don't even think his ego and I don't even think he thinks he's a Premier League player. So I think he'll be gone, mate. I really do think he'll be gone. I know he come out and apologised and all that about last season, but he'll be gone, mate. And I think, like I said, 10, 15 minutes ago, I think we need to get rid of these kind of mentalities of Bakuna, really. Players like Bakuna. And Kishi's class, yeah, 100%, man. Kishi will do really well next season. Just keep him fit, man. Cameron saying, if we get Mark Leonard, yeah, so I've done a video the other day about Mark Leonard. If we get this Mark Leonard signing over the line from Brighton, he was on loan, Northampton, centre midfield. He can play as DM, CM, and he can play as like a number 10 as well. And Scott Twine and Troy Parrott. So Troy Parrott would be. Is he still at Tottenham, Cameron? I'm sure he is, isn't he? He was on loan to Millwall last season, or someone like that. They would be quality signings, and they wouldn't they, mate? In League One, yeah, man. All 3 of them, mate. All 3 of them would be absolutely class signing for League One. Chris Davies won't. Tony saying Chris Davies won't work Bakuna or Dembele if neither of these shape up. Yeah, they've got to shape up. I don't know about Bakuna, man. I just don't even near the club, me, and that and that's just my own opinion. I understand people's, because on his day he's quality, man. Also, I understand people saying keep Bakuna around, but Dembele needs to shape up, definitely, Tone, in terms of his tracking back. I mean, the thing is, it's not hard to teach a player to track back, is it? You can teach a 10-year-old that. Do you know what I mean? So this is why I'm saying it's worth keeping Dembele around if he wants to stay. I would hold no player. Listen, if a player wants to leave, like I was going to talk about Jordan James a little bit later, but we're knocking on that. If Jordan James wants to leave, then let him go, and same for Dembele or Bakuna. If they want to go, let them go. It's a brand new, fresh start now. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. I really appreciate your work, mate. Thanks, Dr. Frost. Hit the subscribe bell, mate, if you're not subscribed. Not just for anyone that watches these videos, because about 60-70% that watch my content are not subscribed. Yeah, so Cameron saying, how much do we think we get for JJ? So, I think you've got to be looking at 7 million, mate. If it's at Atlanta's the main one, isn't it? What one in? I think you've got to be looking at 7 million at least for JJ. He's a Welsh international. He's young. He come through the ranks with Bellingham. So what's everyone else think about JJ? Is that a fair price for JJ? 7, 8? I don't know. Plus add-ons. Do you know what I mean? I think the lowest bar for Jordan James, you've got to be setting it at 7 million plus add-ons. Do you know what I mean? And last comment from Tony saying, I think we have a lot of players with the ability they need to They just need a good manager to sort their minds out, and Mr. Davies will do that, I'm sure. Yeah. I think so, Tony. Yeah, I think he will, mate. Let me just quickly see if there's anything else I've bookmarked, and then we'll finish off because we're getting on to 15 minutes now. One sec, lads. I mean, the queues as well outside that club shop. So here's a club shop. This is on the car park for anyone that doesn't know. Like I always say, I drive past this pretty much every day. The queues in there and people buying the tops. The queues was all up the road. If you watch my last video on the kit release, there's a little clip of someone driving past, and there's queues everywhere. You know, renewing the season tickets as well. So Blues are saying they want to apologise. We were blown away by the number of you who turned up today to purchase season tickets and our new home kit, but we let you down. Some issues were temporary. Blues store meant we didn't deliver the experience we wanted to. That's nice of them just to apologise, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? What else? Is there anything else? No, this is a Pritchard thing. So apparently he's handed the transfer request, Alex Pritchard. Now, I'd have liked to have kept him around, I would have. But if he wants to go, I'm not sure how credible this source is, but it has been reported elsewhere as well. It's not just this one. So they're saying he's ready to hand a transfer request in and looks to remain in the Championship. The one-to-way midfielder who's been targeted by Derby and QPR, although Pritchard may have to lower his wage to secure the move. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, if he wants to go, let him go. And that goes for any Blues player. Do you know what I mean? And there's just a close-up of the kit. I think it's nice and smart, me, myself. And I really like the white shorts, you know. But I think that's about it, lads. You know, we're knocking on for an hour now. Thanks everyone that's tuned in, man. There's over 60 people watching. If you can, just do me a massive favour. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment in the comment section. Cameron's just saying, I'd take 10 million for JJ if a big like. I'd take 10 million for JJ, mate. And it'd probably be more like 10 million, maybe 7 million. 7 million was a little bit low, maybe I'll say, because he's a Welsh international, and he, you know, of how young he is, and he's going to be a good player. We'll end up in the Prem, I think, or in one of the top leagues abroad. So yeah, maybe 10 million, man. But yeah, it's been really nice, and we'll do a lot more of these lives, lads, as we start getting into the season. But again, if you can hit this like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment. All have a great weekend and keep right on.